Let's go ahead and jump on to Marvel's announcements with the end of Phase 4 being Black Panthers. And then we get Phase 5. And Phase 5 starts with Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania. We're going to get Guardians of the Galaxy 3, Secret Invasion, The Marvels, Echo, Loki Season 2, Blade, Ironheart, Daredevil, Agatha, which I'm a little like, Captain America New World Order, Marvel's Thunderbolts. Before we even jump into Phase 6, what do you guys think about Phase 5 and that lineup that they showed?
It sounds good. Like it's a nice variety of stuff that they can showcase. Kind of like 4. 4 had a lot of different things. It's just that's all it was, just a bunch of different things. Nothing that really ties like what we've been accustomed to. And,
you're right. And I think that kind of continues through Phase 5, like you just said.
And that's what I'm betting on too, that it's just going to continue that way for the next 3 to 4 years of, just film and TV where just kind of enjoy these stories before they actually start pulling it all together.
Yeah, and that's the thing. They confirmed it. They called it the Multiverse Saga. That's what they confirmed Season 4, 5, and 6 to be about. My question to you guys is, and this has been a theory that I've had, is that all these movies that we've gotten, especially in Phase 4, and maybe even these movies coming out through Phase 5, do we still think that all these movies are taking place within the MCU that we've known for the last 12, 13 years? Or do you think some of these movies have been in alternate realities and other multiverses?
I think majority of them are going to take place in our universe, but I think that's where Fantastic Four is going to change everything, and probably starting with Ant-Man, because I read recently that Fantastic Four is not going to have an origin story.
Yeah.
And with Ant-Man being split up in the whole multiverse thing, I think Reed Richards, and then if you go back to Loki Season 1, when Kang is talking about his origin, he specifically mentions, like, at the same time he figured out the multiverse, another version of himself figured out the multiverse, and then they met.
Mm-hmm.
So what if Reed Richards is doing that from another universe, and he figures it out, and he comes to our universe, and there's no Fantastic Four? Because that would also add up to Harry saying, hey, I went to my house, and there's someone else living in it. Like, there's no Oscorp here.
Oh, Norman Osborn, yeah.
Yeah, so it would kind of like add to that there's no Fantastic Four here either.
Mm-hmm.
And they can just be already established and move on over, or even the mutants, or at least the X-Men. But I don't know, those are just speculations. The movie lineup sound great. There's some movies that I'm more excited than others. Like, I'm really excited for Guardians of the Galaxy 3. Blade, I'm really excited for Blade. I used to watch those. I was way too young to be watching the originals, but I loved them. It was awesome.
Yeah.
So yeah, Blade is super cool because I really enjoyed Moon Knight, and I feel like they're gonna add this like whole other layer of stories to tell in the Marvel universe.
Yeah.
I'm not like going Ironheart. Like, I really don't know about her character. I know she just started her comics series, so we'll see. I don't know. I'll just need to wait up for the trailer and see how she is in Black Panther 2. But yeah, overall, I'm excited for those movies. Oh, Ant-Man. Huge excited for Ant-Man.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see what's going to happen in Ant-Man, because I feel like that movie is going to, like you said earlier, is going to set up a lot, and it can really open up the multiverse even more. And I don't want to get to Phase 6 yet, because I have a few questions for you guys, but we know Phase 6 has a movie called The Kang Dynasty, and we know Kang is going to debut in Quantumania, right? So what happens in that movie that leads up to an Avengers movie solely based on Kang, right? So we'll see. But Daniel, any thoughts on that lineup for Phase 5? Any favorite movies or shows that has, captured your attention the most?
I think the one I'm most interested in is Blade, and that has a lot to do with because I'm a big fan of Mahershala Ali. I got excited when he was cast to play Blade because he's just dope. I mean, 2-time Oscar winner, and so I know that any projects that he's involved in, the story has to be right because that he only does like really good movies. So I think that's the one I'm probably looking forward to the most before everything in Phase 6. And then I guess I'm also interested in the next Ant-Man movie, uh, just to see if. I mean, I like what's his guy name? Paul Rudd. He's great, but I
Yeah.
want to see if they're gonna do in that movie what I thought they were gonna do in Doctor Strange.
Where we get to see more of the multiverse, you mean?
Yeah, or some sort of, I guess, deeper connection to alternate realities or something, like more depth into what these characters are doing and where they're established and all of that. Like if there's any tie into that at all, I guess is what I'm curious to see.
I'm like 83% sure that we're gonna get an introduction to the Fantastic Four in that movie. The director Peyton Reed, he has wanted to do a Fantastic movie forever, and for him to get an opportunity to introduce the Fantastic Four in some capacity, I don't know how it's gonna be, but I can see them giving him that opportunity. And to your point, John, maybe the Fantastic Four were in the quantum realm all this time, right? And we get to see that, and they get their powers after they escape the quantum realm within this movie, because Kang is really connected not just to the Avengers but the Fantastic Four as well. And the other thing to keep in mind too is that Ant-Man and the Wasp, this is the third movie of a trilogy, and if we've learned anything from past Marvel projects, is that the third movie for each franchise is usually the big movie that has a lot of other characters, a lot of team ups. So I'm expecting there to be some team ups in Quantum. And listen, the movie's called Quantum Mania. If anything sounds like a wrestling match, is that? I mean, I can see Vince McMahon, being up in there, talking about like in this corner we got Kang, and in this corner, so and the movie poster was really cool to Quantum Mania. They showed the poster with Ant-Man, Wasp, and his daughter Cassie Lang, and in the background you see Kang, and it was really cool. It was a really well designed poster. It was intriguing. I'm there. I'm there day one, and I think after Ant-Man and the Wasp, the next movie I'm really looking forward to is Guardians of the Galaxy, to see how that turns out, because it is the third movie. We know Adam Warlock is going to come out. Are there going to be any other surprises? James Gunn did say that this movie, out of all three, is going to be a little bit more mature, in the sense that it's going to be more serious. There's going to be some high stakes in this. So I'm really looking forward to see what he comes up with. I think once I see a trailer or I see a little bit more of the movie, I'll be a little bit more pumped up. I saw a little bit of the leaked footage, but it was pretty bad. But the little bit that I saw, I'm like, okay, this looks like it has some potential, and we'll see. But that does it for Phase 5. Pretty interesting what they came up with, and just really seeing what's all that going to lead to.